I am so excited to welcome you to Tech Topics Phone Storage Tips. My name is Tanisha and I'm with Tampa Hillsborough County Public Library, and I am joined here with Regina, who is also a staff member with the library. Regina, how are you doing this afternoon?
Good, how are you?
I am good. So now it is my turn to get out the way so that you can tell us a little bit about phone storage tips. All right, Regina, go ahead and take it away.
All right, so I'm just going to turn off my webcam in a second here so we can talk about phone storage tips. Be sure to ask any questions that you have while we're doing that. Okay, first I want to give you our book resource shout out. We have a couple of guides on Libby by Overdrive that you can access some ebooks. We have tips, tricks, apps, and hacks for Android, and we also have one called iPhone Unlocked. So whether you have an Android or an iPhone, you can learn all about little tips and tricks you can use by going to Libby at hcplc.org/ebooks. So these days, a lot of phones don't contain additional SD cards for storage, meaning your internal memory is the only offline storage space. There are online options, but without enough internal space, you may not be able to use some of your apps. It may not let you take photos. You may not be able to download content. So you need to know how to free up some of that storage space on your phone. One of the biggest things that takes up space on your phone is going to be pictures and videos. You can transfer those to a computer via a hard line. You can upload those to the cloud, or you can use online photo storage systems like Google or Amazon Photos. You can uninstall any unused apps. Look through your phone, see what apps you're not using as much, and uninstall those. They do take up a lot of space. Go through your downloads and screenshots and delete anything that you're not using. And then your temporary files and your cache are things that your phone saves from websites. They're usually not something you need to refer back to. It's things like cookies and that sort of thing that you're not going to need. So you want to go in and delete those every so often. If you have an Android phone, you're going to want to go into your apps and choose Settings. And you're clicking on Storage. And there's a couple different screens you can see here. On my phone, it says Manage Storage. And I know on other Androids, it might say Free Up Space, like you can see on my screen here. And that will take you to a page that guides you in cleaning up your files, downloads, and unused apps. A lot of times it will go, here's a bunch of large photos or large files taking up space, and it will show them all to you, and you can go through and click them and delete the ones you want to get rid of. Right under where it says Free Up Space, you'll see something that says Smart Storage, and if you turn that on, it will automatically delete pictures and videos that you've backed up. So if you have a system that automatically backs up to Amazon or Google Photo, your phone will delete those if they've been backed up. Your phone may also have an option to clear all your temporary files and cached files. That will also be under storage. If your phone doesn't have that, I know mine does not, you can go into individual apps and clear your cache and your storage and temporary files individually. So you can go through and see the apps that you use the most and go into those apps and clear those out, and that will save you some space as well. Now, if you need more information about how to use online storage, like the cloud, Google Photo, Amazon Photo, you can go back to our talk on April 17th, Tech Topics Cloud Services, and that is available through our website if you go back through our online classes page. If you have an iPhone, you're going to go into your apps and find Settings. Under Settings, click General, and under General, you'll find iPhone Storage. You'll see options to create space under Recommendations, And that bar at the top of the screen will show you which apps are taking up the most memory. So if you're not using them, you can uninstall them. You can go in and clear the cache and clear the storage to open up some memory on your phone. Also at the bottom, you'll see where it says Safari. When you click Safari, you can clear your browsing history and your website data to remove temporary files to clear up some space that way. Okay, so if you have any questions, now would be the time to submit those.
All right. Thank you so much, Regina, for those awesome phone storage tips. I'm going to go ahead and welcome you back on camera with me. And we already have a question from the audience. So let me go ahead and bring that up. So we have somebody saying that they would like to find a good app to enable auto transfer of SMS and MMS from Android phone to my Gmail. I used to be able to do so, but something happened to the app. Oof, that is a good question. I don't know. I don't know if you have any suggestions for her, Regina. I know that question came in while you were presenting. So I did take a cursory search of the Google Play Store to see if there was anything available. Now, full disclosure, I only have Apple devices.
I only have Android, so together we should be able to sort it out.
So do you have any suggestions for that, Regina?
Same as you, if I do a cursory search, the first app that comes up, both through just general search and also the Google Play Store, is an app called SMS Backup and Restore. So something like that will probably be able to back up your files. As for sending it to Gmail, it looks like it can copy all of your SMS messages from the phone to your Gmail with one click. That's what it tells me. So hopefully that would work out for you.
Yep, I found the exact same one, Regina. I was like, oh, that is a really good question. So I had to Google the Google Play Store on my iPad. Like, I hope this works.
Is that legal?
And see if I'm able to bring that up. But yeah, I got the exact same answer as you. So thank you so much for answering that, and I hope that that works for you. We also have somebody asking, what app do you personally like to use to back up your files?
My phone, because I have a Google phone, my phone backs up automatically to Google Photos. And also it has started backing up automatically to Amazon Photos. So there's a lot of apps that will just do that for you. My husband actually keeps numerous photo albums on Google as well. Like, he stores them on Google and creates albums for that online, so that all he has to do is access it through his email address. So there's lots of options like that as well. But I personally use Google Photos, but that comes automatically with my phone.
Yeah, so I can also second Google Photos. As somebody who has, again, I'm an Apple girl, all of my devices are Apple devices. However, I really love Google Photos because I'm able to access Google Photos on any device. So like, even though all of my personal devices are Google Photos, if I'm taking pic photos for like work or something, I'm able to access them on my work computer as well. So I am also a huge fan of Google Photos. It really is very helpful. And Regina, I know you know this, like, photos and text messages are the two things that take up like the most space on your phone. So I think we were able to cover like the big space eaters with those questions. And we also have somebody else asking, besides the ones that we mentioned, are there any other apps that take up a lot of space on your phone?
Games. Games will take up a lot of space on your phone. Tumblr, Facebook, Instagram, all of those will take up a huge amount of space. So it's definitely worthwhile, if you use a lot of those social media apps, go in and clear your cache, clear your temporary files, clear your storage. You may then have to re-log in, because sometimes it'll wipe temporary files, it'll log you out, or it'll forget your password or some settings that you have. But it's worth it if you need the space on your phone. Go and clear those caches every so often. Netflix. If you have any, or Hulu, if you have video streaming services on your phone, that's going to take up a lot of storage space. If there's ones that you don't use a lot, go ahead and uninstall them if you don't think you're going to use them very often. I use Uber like once a year, maybe, if that. So I just don't keep it installed on my phone until I think I'm likely to need it. So things like that will take up space.
Yeah, and that's really, really good advice. And also, and I'm sure this is the same with Android phones, but I know with Apple phones, when you go to storage, you can see in order which apps take up the most space. So you can take a look there and see like, wow, this app is taking up a lot of space. And you can decide from there, like which ones you need to keep, which ones you just like, Regina, you mentioned clearing the cache and all of that. So I'm going to go ahead and cover a couple of closing things and let you guys sneak in a couple of last minute questions. So if you need to contact us for any reason, our contact information is available for you there. So if you need to contact us by phone, email, text, chat, carrier pigeon, however you want to contact us, our contact information is there. We also have the link for programs and events. So if you'd like to check out what the library is doing, that link is available for you there. We are right at the, we're winding down on summer reading, but there's still a lot of things left for you to do. We have a lot of programs. You can still log those hours on Beanstack. You can still have the chance to win some cool prizes. So definitely make sure that you are checking out what we have going on for summer reading. And next week's topic, kind of bouncing off the phone storage tips, we are going to be talking about productivity apps. I dropped that link in the chat for you. If you're on a desktop or a laptop, you're just going to go to the chat section. If you're on a tablet, you're just going to tap on that little people icon and access it there. Let me take one more look and see if we have any questions. All right, we do. I'm just reading through it real quick. I have an iPhone and everything appears to automatically back up on iCloud, but it keeps saying my iCloud is full. I don't want to buy more. Is the Google Photo an app? Yes, it is an app. It is available. I have it. Again, I'm an Apple girl. I have this app on my iPad and my iPhone. It is available to you. You can do that. I totally understand not wanting to pay for more storage. And if you want to store more than just photos, you can also do Google Drive as well. So Google Drive is another free up to 15 gigs, I believe. So that's something to do. Regina, I'm so sorry I jumped in.
No, that's exactly right. And I would say Google Photos, one of the things I have to point out is when you scroll through Google Photos on your phone, it tells you the dates as you go, and I love that so much. So if I don't know if iCloud does that, but it's such a useful tool to have. It's one of the reasons I like Google Photo.
All right, and we got, man, they snuck in these questions at the last minute. So we got one last question. And this one's about Overdrive. When you delete books in Overdrive, they aren't gone. Why does it show using so much memory?
I don't use iOverdrive on my phone. Mine goes to my Kindle app, so I'm actually not sure about that.
I actually have
Would this be through Libby?
Yeah, I have the app on my iPad, so I'm going to take a look at that real quick and see, because I have a couple of books actually downloaded too. So let me take a look at that real quick. iPad storage. Let's see how much space it's taken up here. It's going to take a minute for it to refresh. While we're waiting for it to refresh, sometimes after you delete a book, it may take a little bit of time for the phone to recognize that the book is gone. So it may just need a minute or like a little bit of time, I would say longer than a minute to catch up. Because to give you an idea of that now, and I know because I just put 3 books on my iPad, those books aren't even showing up on my iPad. Like it's not even showing up as being downloaded on my iPad yet. So I would give it a little bit of time.
Yeah, mine's not showing all that much memory.
Yeah, try closing out the app and then reopening it, and that should reset it. But I know it does take a little bit of time for it to like fully disappear from your storage. So hopefully that'll solve your problem. Regina, any other thoughts about that?
The only thing I would say is if your loan period isn't up, just double check that it's not that you're done and the book hasn't your loan period hasn't expired yet. So you might just need to like click return to make sure the book is actually returned and off your record.
Yeah, that is a good idea, Regina. All right, so that is our time there. Thank you guys, and what a lively discussion. So thank you guys so much for submitting those questions. Those were great questions, and they will definitely benefit our audience. Regina, thank you so much for telling us a little bit about how to free up storage on our phones.
No, you're welcome. Thanks for having me.
All right, everybody, we will see you next time. Bye now.
Bye.